What happens during the final week of the NFL regular season? This is a great question, and we're going to dive into a few key components. Number one, you have coaches that are going into the hiring cycle. You have coaches that know they're about to move around. At one point in my career, our oldest child was 5 years old and she had lived in 5 different states. Part of the job is that you have to be ready to move. You have to be ready to pack up and go. You go to where the jobs are. There's only 32 of these in the world. You're very blessed to even get an opportunity. So you have coaches thinking about that. Are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to sell the house, buy a new home? Thinking about all those things. Then you have the coaches preparing a staff, preparing how to interview. But at the same time, if these teams are entering the postseason, so if they're a playoff contending team, that coach is mixed between all these things that they have to juggle. They have to prepare for the job interview. They have to prepare their team, typically as a coordinator, so that they can call a successful game and hopefully win and continue on in the playoffs and ultimately go to the Super Bowl. The next thing you have, those other teams that are out of the playoff contention, they're thinking about the checkout process. You have to schedule surgeries. You have to schedule vacations for your players. You have to mentally reset. You have to decide your offseason calendar. The head coach has to sit down with other key figures in that organization and talk about the offseason planning. You have to submit these things to the league, to the NFL office. You have to think about all these things. And then you have the players that are going into new contract years, or maybe they're going into a free agent season and they have to negotiate a new deal or maybe even move to a new team. You have all these things going on. So at the very end of the regular season, you have all these things happening before the playoffs even start. So keep your eye on these games as we finish the NFL regular season. It's been a fun season, but think about all these things and make sure you keep in mind all those things that are occurring behind the scenes in real time. Hit like, hit subscribe, keep tuning in.